Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. Windsor Recreation Center and Noco Park will close on Friday, August 16th in preparation for construction of the Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Complex to begin. The pool will remain open through Monday, September 2nd. All programs and events scheduled for the Windsor Recreation Center will move to other facilities during construction. For assistance, contact Facilities Coordinator Erica Chadwick at 336-373-7501. Athletic programs scheduled for Noco Park's Lavette Field will be relocated to other fields effective immediately. For reservations, please contact Athletic Superintendent Monique Floyd at 336-412-5799. A celebration and groundbreaking for the Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Complex is tentatively scheduled for Saturday, November 2nd at the current site. The city and Cone Health recently announced an exciting partnership. The hospital is dedicating $5 million towards the construction of the complex. The 65,000 square foot facility will improve quality of life by offering health, library, recreation, and social services in one location. For more information about this project, visit the city's website. Since launching 2 months ago, more than 200 residents have applied to be a part of the city's Neighborhood Traffic Management Program. This is a Greensboro Department of Transportation initiative that partners residents, neighborhood associations, and homeowners associations with city engineers. Together, they will create tailored plans to reduce motor vehicle speeding to make residential streets safer. Neighborhoods interested in participating have until August 31st to apply. More details are available on the city's website. The project analysis is underway as GDOT staff have already begun to review applications for eligibility, which will determine the score for each eligible project. Track the status of an application by reviewing the GIS map. Click on the pinpoint for your application and a box will appear with the project status. This feature also displays the details about staff's analysis of your project. This program is specifically for 2-lane roads with residential properties and a speed limit between 25 to 30 miles per hour. The preliminary evaluations will wrap up in the fall. For more information, visit the city's website. For the 5th year, the City of Greensboro is accepting new and unwrapped school supplies or a cash donation to absolve parking ticket fines. The Guilford Education Alliance Teacher Supply Warehouse will benefit from the donated school supplies. This will be considered as payment for fines issued from August 1st to October 31st of this year. Donations must be made within 30 days of the infraction. Handicap parking violations are not included in this program. All supplies must be brought to the Greensboro Parking Office in the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. A cash donation may be made directly to the warehouse online. Prepare to show a receipt to verify the value of the school supplies is equal to or greater than the fine. The Teacher Supply Warehouse allows Guilford County school teachers to shop for items at no cost up to 4 times a year. Since 2020, the City of Greensboro's school supply collection has raised more than $10,000 in donations for local teachers. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
Over 39 million Americans suffer from migraine headaches, including men, women, and children. So migraines are headaches, usually lasting between 4 and 72 hours. They can interfere with daily activities of life. Associated symptoms include nausea and later sound sensitivity. Common features of migraines include lateralization to one side of the head, a pounding or a throbbing quality, visual or other types of auras, as well as dizziness and vertigo. Most people with migraines have identified triggers. Some of the more common triggers include stress, whether that's emotional or physical, bright lights, loud noises, strong smells. Weather changes can trigger migraines. Dehydration, sleep disturbances. Restorative sleep is very, very important in migraine management. Alcohol, such as red wine or beer. Certain foods, especially those that contain nitrites or nitrates or sulfites, artificial sweeteners, MSG. The best thing that you can do is keep a headache journal or diary. That'll help identify patterns and triggers to your migraines or headaches. When you're having a migraine, the best thing that you can do is to treat it early. Find a calm, relaxing environment. Turn the lights off. Try temperature therapy, cold packs or warm water. Even drinking a little bit of caffeine can help, but you have to be very careful with caffeine. There are medications that you can use, whether they're over-the-counter medications such as ibuprofen or acetaminophen, or prescription medications such as triptans. But I do have to warn that taking medications for acute migraine treatment, or when you have the migraines, can cause something called rebound or medication overuse headache if used more than 10 times a month. You should let your doctor know if you have more than just the occasional migraine or headache, or if your headaches are worsening, or if the symptoms are changing in severity, frequency, or quality. You should also let your doctor know if migraines or headaches are triggered by sneezing or coughing or laying down or by sex. And of course, you should always seek the advice of a medical professional if you have any concerning symptoms such as fever, confusion, excessive vomiting, shortness of breath, new vision loss, or anything that's concerning or new to you. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this was helpful for you. For more information, go to conehealth.com/headaches. I'm Dr. Antonia Ahern.
Newly constructed affordable apartments are available for our moderate income neighbors. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The Lofts at Elmsley Crossing on Callumdale Road offers low and moderate income families affordable 1-, 2-, and 3-bedroom garden-style apartments. This is a public-private partnership between developers and the city of Greensboro. 5% of the 84 units are fully handicapped accessible, and another 5% are designed for mobility impairments. This $19 million project aligns with goals in the Housing GSO 10-year master plan. A series of funding allocations made this project possible, including $2.5 million of City of Greensboro home funds, $3.4 million in loans from the Housing Finance Agency, as well as another $3.5 million in conventional financing through Merchants Capital. Merchants Capital is also responsible for more than $9 million in equity in the purchase of housing tax credits and the construction loan for the development. The Lofts at Elmsley Crossing is a partnership between Trinity Housing Development, Central Developers, and Halkin Companies. For the second year in a row, the city is offering a program to support low-income homeowners in the Gate City. If your 2023 home property tax bill was higher than your 2021 tax bill, you may qualify to receive a check for the difference. Information about the program was inserted in last month's property tax notice directed to those living within Greensboro city limits. There's an online application available in multiple languages. The deadline to apply for assistance is on Wednesday, October 31st. Prior to getting started, review the eligibility requirements on the web page. Please note applicants must not also receive tax assistance from Guilford County's program. When you access the online system, follow the prompts to create an account. A list of required documents and directions for submitting a hard copy can also be found on the website. For more information, call the Housing and Neighborhood Development Department at 336-373-2275. You will be prompted to leave a voice message. The 7th annual Unity Walk and Festival is returning to LeBauer Park on August 24th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. This is a celebration of unity and diversity in downtown Greensboro. Organized by Greensboro's immigrant and refugee support agencies, Unity Walk is a testament to our local commitment to inclusion and support for all. Also in LeBauer Park is Noches Latinas. This is part of the First Friday series from 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Join Maria Gonzalez and Casa Azul of Greensboro in Market Square. This is a vibrant celebration of Latin culture through dance. Friendly guest instructors will guide you through the basics of salsa, merengue, bachata, and other popular Latin dances. Noches Latinas is designed to make you feel welcome and comfortable on the dance floor. This is a space to connect with others who love Latin culture, celebrate its heritage, and showcase the vibrant contributions of Latinos to Greensboro. Women in Greensboro will come together to commemorate the 19th Amendment. Coming up after the break, we'll hear from the director of the Human Rights Department. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The 1920s is a pivotal time in history for American women, as this marks the year when the 19th Amendment was adopted to the U.S. Constitution. Joining me now to explain how the city commemorates this milestone achievement is Dr. Love Jones. She is the director of Greensboro's Human Rights Department. Hello, Love. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Carla, for having me.
Absolutely. Good to have you. So tell us about the history of the Women's Equality Day Breakfast, and when will the event take place this year?
The Women's Equality Day Breakfast is a long-standing tradition, not only with the Commission on the Status of Women, but also the Human Rights Department. It's an opportunity for the community to hear and celebrate the contributions of women in our city, as well as look at some of the barriers that are still faced and how to arrive at solutions to eradicate those barriers. The breakfast is August 24th. At 9 a.m. and tickets are available online on our website. And for us, it really is an opportunity, again, to celebrate and to raise awareness.
Fantastic. Well, that gives people still time, and we'll talk about tickets and how they can get involved a little bit later. But for your work and the perspective of the Human Rights Department, how do you advocate on behalf of the needs and the rights of women on a daily basis?
So naturally, we support the Commission on the Status of Women among 4 other boards and commissions. And so there lies a concentrated effort at looking at the various scope of needs of women in Greensboro. But we also do work with fair housing, where very often we look at discrimination in the acquisition of housing for women, whether that's looking, unfortunately, at quid pro quo cases or familial status cases for people with children, most consistently women, though of course we know there are single fathers among us for sure. But then we also do work connected to justice served populations, and there are some uniquenesses that go along with women navigating not only reentry but record expungement, access to housing, voting, education, all of the things that we need to thrive in this community. But then we also take the opportunity to look a little bit closer at the needs of immigrant populations as it intersects with the identity of women in our city. Specifically, in the last year or so, maybe 2 years, we've had a thriving women's only swim to support some women in different religious communities whose faith requires a more modest attire for swim, things like that. Looking at the acquisition of jobs for women who are new arrivals. So we have a lot of intersections with the needs of women across our entire department.
Fantastic, and it's really welcoming, and it kind of speaks to Greensboro being a welcoming city with all that you just listed. So with that, tell us about the Commission on the Status of Women. You mentioned that being among the boards and commissions that you work with, and how can the community support that group and be engaged?
Well, the commission is actually in its 51st year of existence.
Wow.
It's one of the longest standing commissions or boards with the city of Greensboro. And they have always had a focus in several areas related to the needs of women, and that's important for community members who are interested to understand. That ranges from the acquisition of employment and or entrepreneurship, all the way to leadership, and then looking more closely at women in violence. There's a plethora of topics covered for the Commission on the Status of Women, and it's important to note that the way to really gain an understanding of the work is to attend some of the meetings that are listed in two places, actually, on our city's website, but most specifically, our website has the schedule for the different meetings that take place each month, as well as the events that are sponsored. So that's your way to get your first on the ground exposure to the work of the Commission on the Status of Women. But then also our commission's administrator, Liz Lennon, is always available for people to have one-on-one conversations about how their gifts and talents might be best correlated with the work of the commission. Then, if you're interested upon being exposed to the events, maybe having a conversation with Liz, you also want to reach out to your city council person and let them know that you're interested in serving in that way. Specifically, the liaison for the Commission on the Status of Women is Councilwoman Mary Kay Abuzawader. Okay. Then, if you find that this work really is for you, you want to put your name in the database through the city's website, where you can submit your name, submit your contact information, the area of focus that you're interested in, and from that database is where those interested in serving can actually be pulled from by the city council and appointed.
Okay, well, lots of avenues by which we can get folks to be engaged, and we love that. And I'm sure folks want to know how they can get tickets for the Women's Equality Day breakfast, which would be the first maybe opportunity for folks to get connected with what you do.
Absolutely. Well, when you go to our city's website, which is of course greensboro-nc.gov/departments/human rights, then you can click on the Commission on the Status of Women link that falls in the drop-down menu under Boards and Commissions, and it takes you directly to the link for the Women's Equality Day breakfast, where you can actually purchase tickets online.
Okay, and you always have a speaker. Did you want to lift that up?
Absolutely. This year we have Gail Rose, and I'm really excited about having her featured because she does work right here in Greensboro. And it's always nice when you have people who are doing the work in the landscape that is Greensboro, right? So she is the developer and operator of the Mobile Crisis Unit through UNC Greensboro. And so one of the things that she'll be talking about is the evolution of her work into looking closely at mental health and the emergency needs associated with mental health, and what it's like to lead from the lens as a woman serving in this capacity, and how that influences the way in which she does her work.
Absolutely timely and very much needed. These discussions about mental health are never a shortage, and we want folks to be able to connect and support her efforts as well. Well, thank you, Love, for hosting the breakfast each year and creating that place where women can gather and reflect. Do come back and let us know about some of your other events.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. These City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorsett Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Veterans and homeless individuals will benefit from the city's first medical respite center. Greensboro's Servant Center has acquired the Holden Heights building located at 1915 Boulevard Street. The 4-story, 37,000 square foot facility will significantly expand the Servant Center's mission of empowering veterans and individuals experiencing homelessness. Executive Director Shanna Reese says with Holden Heights, we are prepared to elevate our efforts and further our commitment to provide critical resources to these vulnerable populations in our community. The Medical Respite Center will feature 22 dedicated beds for respite care recovery from illness or injury. Additionally, there will be 21 single occupancy rooms dedicated to veterans who are transitioning out of homelessness. The program aims to address the gap in local health and social services. A combination of city funds and federal grants totaling more than $3 million are responsible for the purchase of Holden Heights. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. The Greensboro Sustainable Landscapes Project presents a do-it-yourself rain barrel workshop featuring drip irrigation installation August 17th at Keeley Park. Turn rainwater into a valuable resource for around your house. Guests can win one of 10 free rain barrels just by showing up. Learn more online at greensboro-nc.gov. The Greensboro History Museum's next Little Lions Saturday is August 17th at LeBauer Park. Families with preschool and elementary age children are invited to discover Greensboro's history through fun activities. For more information about this free event, visit greensborohistory.org. It's hard to believe, but Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons remain on tour after more than 60 years of performing rock and roll and doo-wop hits like Sherry and Can't Take My Eyes Off You. The last Encore's tour stops at the Tanger Center August 17th. Get tickets and learn more online at tangercenter.com. Tony Award winner Idina Menzel performs August 18th at the Tanger Center. Known for her Broadway roles in Rent and Wicked, she became an instant international phenomenon with the Oscar-winning song Let It Go from Disney's blockbuster movie Frozen. Get tickets and learn more online at tangercenter.com. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Youth Leadership Greensboro is accepting applications from high school sophomores, juniors, and seniors for the upcoming school year. This offers high school students a chance to gain an in-depth look at local issues in our community over the course of their school year. Participants will visit businesses and organizations to meet with experts and influencers as they serve the community and advocate on community topics throughout the year. Participants will become better advocates and problem solvers and build a network of emerging leaders interested in working together to improve our community. It costs $100 to participate, and financial assistance is available. Applications are available on the city's website. The deadline is Friday, September 20th. For more information, call 336-373-2734. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the Greensboro Department of Transportation. GDOT has published its 2023-24 annual report, which is available online. The report provides highlights of the department's key projects, data from work accomplished throughout the year, adopted plans, safety initiatives, and other highlights. The GDOT annual report also showcases the bicycle, highway, roads, and sidewalk projects under development or completed in the last fiscal year. This and all the departmental annual reports are available on the city's website. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Connect GSO, plus GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.